Also in Russia, WNBA star Brittney Griner is set to stand trial tomorrow there, and she faces up to 10 years in prison. Russian officials say that she smuggled cannabis vape cartridges through security. Her arrest came a week before Russia invaded Ukraine, and that was 4 months ago. Griner's wife yesterday called for public pressure in the case and demanded the Biden administration follow through on securing her release. Julia Manchester is a national political reporter for The Hill. She joins us now. Where do these negotiations stand right now, Julia?
Yeah, good morning, Mitch. Right now, these negotiations are in a very difficult place due to the fact that there is so much tension between the Kremlin and Washington, D.C. right now when it comes to U.S. and Russia relations. You know, we've heard that Secretary of State Antony Blinken has essentially set his top priorities to get U.S. citizens home who are captured abroad. However, it seems like this has reached a stalemate, and it's at a time when Brittney Griner is about to go on trial. And just to give you a sense about how serious this is, we know that most trials in Russia end up in guilty verdicts, and acquittals, if she's found innocent, can be overturned in Russia. So very bleak circumstances for Brittney Griner, but lots of voices being raised in the U.S. pressuring the Biden administration to bring her home.
Well, you just mentioned it there, that fewer than 1% of those brought for trial in Russia, fewer than 1% of those cases end in acquittals. I mean, that's bad news for Brittney Griner right there.
It is bad news. And like I said, it's at a time when this is very political between Washington and Moscow. We know that right now, with the U.S. involvement in the situation in Ukraine, the war in Ukraine, there's a lot of tension between the two countries. And as we're seeing, Brittney Griner is essentially a political pawn. She was arrested in an airport in Russia just 4 months ago for carrying vaping cartridges, or allegedly, with some cannabis oil in them. So, what would be considered normally a very low-grade offense, if it's even an offense, and it's clear that this is something that the U.S. views as a direct retaliation on them. Now, there has been some chatter as to whether, Russia is trying to push for the release of a Russian citizen, Victor Bout, who is serving a 25-year sentence for conspiracy to kill U.S. citizens. But that could set a very difficult precedence for the U.S. and Russia in terms of prisoner swaps. Someone like Griner, who was arrested for something very minimal, compared to someone who was arrested for conspiring to kill U.S. civilians.
And there's another prisoner, another American that's over there, and we just heard from Brittney Griner's wife, but there are friends and family of Paul Whelan, who's been detained on espionage charges for 4 years now. There's a push to get him released as well, and that might be part of the negotiations, or possibly part of the lack of success here when it comes to Griner.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have 2 Americans over there, and that's, double a problem for the United States government. They want to get both of them home. However, we know that the Kremlin is being very stubborn and adamant, that they're not released unless they essentially get what they want in return, whether that's a prisoner swap or some sort of political concession. So it's a very difficult situation for both of these Americans. But I have to say, Mitch, there are Americans, being held hostage really across the globe, not only in Russia. So this is a problem that the U.S. government is constantly having to deal with. This is getting attention because of the current tension between Moscow and Washington.
And you're seeing video of Alex Druki right there. He is currently a Russian prisoner. Remember, every one of these prisoners that you mentioned, whether it's in Russia or somewhere else, they've got a family that wants them back. Julia Manchester, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.